Hi folks, Jesse Ivy back with you again today, and we're talking about land, of course. And today I'm going to talk to you, in my opinion, having been in this business for many years in real estate and especially in the land business. And we're going to talk about the best time of the year to buy land, and if you're a seller, the best time of the year to sell land. So in my opinion, probably being in this field a number of years, the best time if you are a buyer and you're thinking about buying land, the best time of the year probably would not be spring or summer, because that is the peak of the season usually. Things get rolling in spring for sellers. They usually list their land and they usually think they're going to have it sold usually by the end of summer. So if you're a buyer and you're thinking about buying some land, probably you're not going to get good deals on land if you negotiate in the spring and the summer. And the reason being is, think about it, if you're a seller and the best time of the year to put your property on is spring and summer, and you just put it on in, let's say, March, you're not going to be very motivated to move on the price or anything like that if it is like in April or May or something like that. So the best time of the year to, if you are a buyer, to basically buy land is not spring and summer, because a lot of people put their properties up, they list it with realtors, and then they try to sell it. And if you have a big piece of land, like a 40-acre lot or 20-acre lot or even a 10-acre lot, and you're going along here and it's spring and it's summer, you're not going to listen to some guy that's might make you a lower ball offer on your property, especially in April or May. And it also, a lot of this depends on motivation too. If the buyer's not, if the seller's not motivated, you're not going to get very far anyway. But if they are motivated and they need to unload their property, like, right now the economy's not very good, high inflation, and people need money. Money isn't something that a lot of people don't have a lot of cash. So if you are a buyer, my opinion, the best time to probably look at that or to make an offer on land, you can always go view the land and check it out first. But if you get to a point where you're going, yeah, I want to buy that land, is to wait till maybe like October, like in late fall, and then also in winter. People are a lot more motivated in fall and winter because the peak of the land season has passed. If they need money, they're sitting there going, crap, I listed it back in March, and now now here it is October, it hasn't moved, I need the money, you got Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, blah blah blah. So if you're a buyer, that is the best time of the year to make your offer to buy a piece of land. And what you do is you just scope these properties out. You like go on Land Watch, Lands of America, or Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and you just you check these properties out. Another place I try is realtor.com. You just stake these properties out and you watch them and you see over the months if any of these move or sell. And then if they don't, when you get into, even late September, you get into there, then you can always contact the realtor or you can contact the seller directly and say, hey, Mr. Seller, would you be interested in maybe, looking at this property here in a different light, like maybe, lowering the price a little bit, maybe how about some owner financing? I buy it from you at this price. I can put some money down and maybe you can carry it for me or something like that. That is the best time of the year. You'll get more motivated sellers when you head into late fall and of course winter, when you got snow on the ground. If you've already looked at the land, then you're covered, so it doesn't matter. Now let's go to the other spectrum. If you are a seller, when is the best time to sell your land? Well, as I've told you earlier in this video, the best time to sell your land, probably most people, if you're thinking about selling some land, if you are a seller and you're thinking about selling some land, the best time to sell your land is probably in spring and summer. If you want to get the most bang for your buck, the highest price possible, most people are looking at land, especially when you first leave late winter and you get into spring. People begin looking around, they're thinking about summer, what can I go out and do, what can I, and that type of thing. So if you're thinking that way and you're thinking about, I got this, I got this 10 acres and I need to unload it, or I'd like to make some money, the most money that you're going to make, the biggest time of the year you're going to make that money, it's probably going to be in spring and summer, especially as it starts out in spring. A lot of times in spring, like April, May, and even sometimes a little bit in June, you'll start getting a run on buyers coming through because they want to, they want to buy something for the summer so they can go out, or maybe they're going to buy your lot and build a house on it, or whatever. But that's what you want to do if you're going to get the most, if that's your goal, to get the most bang for your buck, then I would suggest listing it in spring and summer. Now, even if you are a seller and your property hasn't moved by the time you get to fall, if you don't need the money and you feel like, hey, I'm not going to just give this property away, well, you can just wait till next year and relist it, or keep it on all year and just relist it with your realtor, or sell it yourself on Craigslist, or Facebook Marketplace or something like that. But spring and summer, that's when you're going to get most people coming through, with the money, with the cash, people, moving into the area, people, thinking about summer. And that is the best time of the year if you are going to try to sell your land to get the most for your money. If you do need to sell your land and your property isn't moving, I suggest using some owner financing maybe. Post that in your listing, or have your realtor do that if you are using a realtor. If you're not and trying to sell it yourself, just go ahead and put that into your listing. If you're willing to do that, just get yourself enough of a down payment so somebody's got a stake in the property, the buyer does, and basically, offer some owner financing to get the price you want. A lot of times, if you offer owner financing, you will get the price you want because you're being creative with the financing to somebody who maybe doesn't have a lot of cash, but can make a good payment. So if you aren't getting the price you want, I would suggest using some owner financing to be creative with the deal. That way you end up winning, and so does the buyer. And a lot of people, if you don't know how to write up a real estate contract, you can have your realtor do it. You can have a lawyer do it. If you're not using a realtor, just go see your lawyer, have them write it up. If you feel comfortable writing your own up, you can do that too. But I'm just telling you, if the price is important for you, then offer some owner financing. Like for example, let's say you were going to sell a property for $50,000. Okay, well, if you're going to sell for $50,000, offer for the down payment to be $5,000 or $10,000, and and then the monthly payment, something affordable, but maybe you want it paid off in 10 years or 5 years, or if you got time to blow, and you want to make some interest, 20 years. There's lots of things you can do. So anyway, as I've explained in this video, these are the best times if you are a buyer to buy land, and if you're a seller to sell land. And in all avenues, I would say if you're able to do it, use owner financing. Even if you're the buyer, ask the seller, hey, I have a down payment. Would there be any way you would perhaps think about owner financing? I put some money down and then make payments for a period of time that we can agree on at an interest rate you're comfortable with, and just go from there. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is Jesse signing off on this beautiful day here in Bend, Oregon. And we will be back again very soon with another video for you to watch. And this is Jesse signing off from the Owner Terms Land Network.